I mean, I think it was a great place back when I was growing up. For the most part, I feel like I had a happy, somewhat nurturing beginning at some point. When my mother chose drugs as her outlet, things went downhill. But I think I had a lot of love from my family. I think that she loved us, and then extended family. And we had lots of friends and their family who always took an interest and invested in our lives. It was a rocky road, but it's nothing, I wouldn't change it, I don't think. I think it's helped, create the person that I am today. And there's nothing that I would do to change that.
Definitely, and I would say the same thing, because I was speaking before to say, all of the struggle, strife that we've been through is what made the strength and ambition and the drive, the withstand of, being able to survive in life, period. And that was the thing that I was saying about raising my child, to say, I want to give him all of what I didn't have, but I don't want to deprive him from the lessons and experience, because that's what made me also to be the man that I am today for myself, My sister, I would say, in my life and probably in a lot of my siblings' lives, she played a mother role, So I look at her as sister/mother, you know what I'm saying? That's a heavy role for her, you know what I'm saying? But she took on that role in every way, whether it was supporting, whether it was financially, spiritually, mentally, would take someone in her home, trying to raise her kids, in the same token, put them inside of that process also. So she played the /mother role, when it comes to me and my siblings.
I think for me, it was all encompassing. So when I look at things, I'm thinking from like a global perspective. So I think I was his sister, our aunt, mother, friend, all of those things, I think. And I'm not really sure, where that came from. I just know what was lacking, and that's anything, that I face, any situation that I'm in. If I see what's lacking and I have the ability, I have the resources, I have the tools in my box, then I do that, like whatever it is. So not just a mental cookbook, but it's spiritual, it's emotional, it's intellectual, and physical as well. So, we both don't come from a place of touchy-feely.
Yeah.
As far as affectionate. Like, we can be affectionate with each other, somewhat with, our kids, or, people that we're in an intimate relationship with, but we're really not touchy-feely. So we're really kind of like tactical. So I cook. I love to cook. It's a stress release for me. And I enjoy watching others.
Oh, it's a stress release.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
Yeah, so when I'm stressed and I cook, I could clean, but then I also get the satisfaction of watching the satisfaction in others. So they're like, "Ooh, it's so good." So that is the reward to me, being a blessing to others. So when I see that, if it's food that I could give, if it's drink that I could give, if physically I could run an errand or contribute something to somebody, that's the things that I'm saying that's in my toolbox. the affection, the outward affection is not always there, but I think you can see my love and my generosity from the things that I do.
And my construction has always been what she does. I feel that at some point it should be reciprocated, because that's encouragement to continue to be that blessing that you are. Sometimes you can go through things and start to adjust what's the gift inside of you for what you don't feel. Like, you might not feel appreciated, but your heart and design inside of you makes you give to others and do for others, but you don't get it back. So then you start to adjust what's the gift inside of you. You start to say, you know, well, I'm gonna stop doing this because I don't feel this and I don't get this back. I don't feel appreciated. And I think that's where we lose the quality in people. That's where we lose the love in the world. That's where we lose the encouragements and things of that nature that's supposed to come from those that naturally have it. Because we can make ourselves do a whole bunch of things, but if it's not organic and it's not natural, I don't think it moves the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I construct inside of when it comes to her, because I know her heart and I know what she does naturally, and I don't want her to get to a point of shaping herself from something that she's naturally good at for what the world don't give back. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how I look at things. It's like, okay, that person is a diamond, that person is a jewel, but the world can shape that person to just be a rock.
Yeah, but for me, I think I get tired of, well-doing and goodwill. At some point, I get exhausted and worn out, but through maturity, through time, I figure out how to master those things. That's what feeds my soul. That is what fills my cup. Mm-hmm. So it's not about somebody else, mm-hmm. Right? So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be reciprocated in the same way. I think it's about understanding individuals' love language. If that is my love language, if that is my ministry, I don't have to receive it in the same way. I will feel good if I realize you paying it forward. So if it's not necessarily for me, I may not need it. But if I could witness you doing it in the life of someone else, or that it makes a difference in your life,
so
that's
a seed
good enough.
That progresses instead of just, even if you ain't giving it back to me, I just see what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And I'm proud of that.
Absolutely. That's rewarding.
It's a maturity level, you know what I'm saying? It's just knowing that you're doing something, not looking for anything in return, because I'm doing a good deed in myself, I just like to see if I do sow a seed and it not come back to me, to know that it's just been put in the world. I put love, nurturing, care into to shape a good human being. You know what I'm saying? So I know that the world has another good human being. It doesn't have to come like boomerang. It don't have to come back to me, but it's in the world.
Right, and I think that we always don't get the results that we want. So there's two different spectrums that I look at things that I do, or that I contribute, or that I invest in. One way is I do what's good for me. So if it feels good to me and it blesses someone else, then mission accomplished. So regardless to if it's reciprocated, it filled my cup for that moment. And again, yes, your well runs dry at different occasions. But then also from a spiritual perspective, I look at it, and I'm not God, I'm not Jesus, but I am a child of God. And his word says, my word will not return unto me void. And, the seed that I sow will reap that which it was intended to. So I that's what I do. So if I drop a seed, if I lay a word, I know that it will prosper, whatever God intended for it to prosper. I might not even see it in my lifetime. It may manifest in my grandkids, my great-grandkids, but I know that at some point, it will reap. It will reap a harvest. So that's my surety.